First of all, I'm gonna light the smudge stick. This is sage, y'all know this. And here we are in the East. Grandfathers, fathers, grandmothers, mothers, beings of the East, come and be with us. The art program, the art class as we go into our day. Thank you for today. Thank you for bringing these qualities of the East into being in our circle. This is the place of the eagle and the far-sighted one and the Buddha and the Kuan Yin. We welcome these qualities into our circle today. And now in the South, and here in New Orleans, we are the South. This is the place of the art. This is the place of the children. This is the place of the Kundalini and the healing. When we're talking about art as healing today, we welcome these qualities into our circle today. And then here in the West, and in the United States, we're the West. We're in the West of the world. This is the place that the change is coming from, and it's going on right now, y'all. The change that we've been, praying for and calling in is happening right now, and we're the change. And in the West, we welcome in the qualities the buffalo, the going within and transformation. The color is black, the color of mastery. We welcome these qualities into our circle today. And now in the North, the place of the ancestors. Here we welcome in the wisdom of our ancestors that have gone on before us, like Dr. King and Coretta, Nelson Mandela and Winnie. All the wonderful people, Chief Joseph, and all the good people who have gone before us, and calling in our parents, Nicholas's parents, and
my grandma,
his grandma's parents, his mom and dad, Jess, her mom's in London, and her beloved people, that have already gone to heaven, and Kat.
My brother,
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, our beloveds. Watch over us, guide us. Erica.
My grandma.
Yeah, we welcome these guides and ancestors into us. Or James, who are you calling in?
Big Mama and Pawpaw.
Okay, Big Mama, Big Papa. Aho, aho, aho. Grandfather, Father Sky, we're helping reweave the circles by telling our stories and telling the stories. They reweave the circles in the sky. Look up, y'all. Our skies are clear. And then Grandmother, Mother Earth, Pachamama, thank you for today. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Ainan is helping. Thank you for this opportunity to pray. It's so good to see you. Thank you for our lives. Bless us. Keep us safe and healthy. Aho, 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 aho. Yeah. And now we stand up, put your hands on your hips for confidence. We're going to do our opening exercises. Remember now, you don't put your feet tight together. You keep them like a shoulder width apart. And don't lock your knees, because then the energy from the earth can't go up there. If you lock them back, it can't get up there. All right, let's start with our left foot. Tap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And when you go back, stretch back. 1, 2, 3. And back to center. Good. Right foot, Ainan. 1, 2, 3. And back. 1, 2, 3. And back to center. Left hand. 1, 2, 3. Stretch way up. Feel that stretch. And then you come down, float. Don't crack. Breathe out. Nice. Good job. And then the right hand. Get the right hand up here, Ainan. 1, 2, 3. Float down. 2 hands. slow. Breathe out. Touch the earth. Bend your knees for courage. Slowly come up and sit down. Sit on the edge of your chair so that you can continue on with the exercises. I want you to tap your calves 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Make those muscles tight by pulling your legs up. Tight, tight, tight. And release. Breathe out. Our thighs. 1, 2, 3. Make those muscles tight, tight, tight. And release. Now your tummy. Now be gentle. Don't crash yourself. 1, 2, 3. Make those muscles tight, tight, tight. And release. All right, wake up your art hands. Shake them around. To the left. To the right. To the left. Put them together. Tight, 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 and release. Your upper arms tap. 1, 2, 3. Show me your muscles. Go to the left. Back to the center. Right. Back to center. Elbows together. Strong people give back. Give back. Show me your fist. Put that in the center of your chest, at your heart center. Make those muscles tight, tight, tight. Your hands together in a namaste. Open up your heart. Come on. Breathe out. Good. Don't be fast. Tap on your shoulders 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Struggle up tight, tight, tight. And release. Now we're going to do our neck rolls. We're going to start to the left. 1, forward, right, back. Left, forward, right, back. One more time. Left, forward, right, back. Now the other way. Forward, left, back, right, forward, left, back, right. One more time. Forward, left, back, right. Okay, now settle back a little bit. More comfortable. Move your shoulders around. We're going to do our tapping, our EFT, our emotional freedom tapping. Let's start over our eyes. Now don't be laying down like this. Get your energy up and open up yourself here. Tap over your eyes. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Under your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your upper lip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your high heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. And then your heart center right there. You know where that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now on the top of your head, words. Here we go. Start the tapping first. Just because the grown-ups are upset, say that.
Just because the grown-ups are upset,
We're the kids,
we're the kids,
and we're steady on.
and we're steady on.
Just because I sometimes get scared,
Just because I sometimes get scared,
people are taking care of me,
people are taking care of me,
and I'm taking care of my friends.
and I'm taking care of my friends.
When I have special dreams,
When I have special dreams,
I know to wake up
I know to wake up
and make my art.
and make my art.
Put your fingers together. Rest your hands on your knees. Be uplifted. Don't be slumped. Take a nice deep breath in your nose and out your mouth. And in your nose and out your mouth. Good job. Now this time when you breathe in everything you need. Breathe in love and joy. And breathe in courage. And breathe out anything that you don't need. Breathe out being scared and angry. Breathe out being sad. Okay, hands over your heart. Namaste.
Namaste.
So now we're going to do the bear hunt before we start our actual art lesson. Just to kind of get in the rhythm of everything, get settled down. We're going on a bear hunt.
We're going on a bear hunt.
Let's put on our jackets.
Put on
Let's
our
put on our
jackets.
Sit.
Sip.
Walk on over.
Walk on over.
Open the door.
Open the door.
Walk out the door.
Walk out the door.
Close the door.
Close the door.
Walk down the path.
Walk down the path.
Moving our shoulders.
Moving our shoulders.
Moving our heads.
Moving our heads.
Here's the garden
Here's the garden
with the bees.
with the bees.
And the butterflies.
And the butterflies.
Here's the okra.
Here's the okra
And the tomatoes.
and the tomatoes
And the corn.
and the corn
And the gate.
and the gate.
Open the gate.
Open the gate.
Run through the gate.
Run through the gate.
Close the gate.
Close the gate.
Walk down the path.
Walk down the path.
Here's the frog.
Here's the frog
Eating bugs.
eating bugs.
Ribbit.
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 And here's the turtle.
Here's the turtle
Eating flies.
eating flies.
And here's the tree.
Here's the tree.
Well, we can't go under the tree.
Can't go under the tree.
And we can't go over the tree.
And we can't go over the tree.
We're going up the tree.
We're going
up
up
the
the
tree.
tree.
Here we go. Look around.
Look around.
No bear.
No bear.
Down the tree.
Down the tree.
Walking along.
Walking along.
Here's the wall.
Here's the wall.
Well, we can't go around the wall.
Can't go around the wall.
Go under the wall.
We can't go under the wall.
We're going over the wall.
We're going over the wall.
Now run. Jump over the wall.
Jump over the wall.
Good job. Walking along.
Walking along.
I hear the river.
I hear the river
Singing her song.
singing our song.
Our Mississippi River.
Our Mississippi River.
She's strong. Running strong.
She's running strong.
She's getting clear.
She's getting clear.
We're happy.
We're happy.
Well, we can't go around the river.
We can't go around the river.
And we can't go under the river.
And we can't go under the river.
We're going in the river.
In the river.
Now, when you run over, I want you to jump in and be a strong swimmer. Here we go. Now just show me strong swimming. Don't be afraid. The river's taking care of you. See who your friends are. Let the river carry you. It has its destination. Get out and shake off. Get the water out of your hair. Okay. Up the hill.
Up the hill.
Here we go.
Here we go.
There's the cave.
There's the cave.
It's dark in here.
It's dark in here.
There's the bear.
There's the bear.
Down the hill.
Down the hill.
In the river.
In the river.
Get out, shake off.
Shake it off.
Shake off.
Over the wall.
Over the wall.
Down the path.
Down the path.
Up the tree.
Up the tree.
There's the bear.
There's the bear.
Following me.
Follow me.
Down the tree.
Down the tree.
Through the gate.
Through the gate.
To the door.
To the door.
Open the door.
Open
the door.
Close the door.
Close the door.
Lock.
Lock the door.
You take off your jacket.
Take off your jacket.
Hang it up.
Hang it up.
Walk on over.
Walk on over.
Bye, Anand. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I feel like you're giving this a nice rhythm. Yeah. Let's sit down.
Sit down.
Safe at home.
Safe
at
Anand.
home.
Yeah, Anand does the safe at home. Pat, pat, pat. You can do this if you get scared or you get nervous. It changes things. You are helping me, Anand. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Nope.
Okay. Mr. Nick has a story for us today.
Alright. How's everybody doing today? Good. Y'all doing good?
Yeah.
So this story, we wanted a story. So today we want to honor our first responders with our art, because we're all been faced with new challenges that we haven't encountered in our lives before, and there's a lot of people out there on the front lines in different ways helping out. So we wanted to try to kind of, and everybody's doing what they can. So we wanted to find a story to help support that, and then we want to be thinking about our first responders.
And who are our first responders, Mr. Nick?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, just,
maybe.
You want me to write the words on the board for you?
Sure. And I was thinking actually, students, if you can get out 2 pieces of paper today.
Okay.
The people here in class, they don't need 2 sheets, but at home, you can write the vocabulary on 1 sheet of paper, and then when you make your art, that can help inform your art. So
I'm going to put at the top, first responders.
First responders.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Responders. Okay,
And
first
maybe
responders.
let's ask the class. So who can raise their hand and tell us some of the first responders that are helping us out? Yeah.
Doctors and nurses.
Doctors and nurses, yeah. Absolutely, 100%.
Are we including the essential workers?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Garbage men
Yes.
Garbage men. Yeah.
and women.
Yeah.
Women. Yeah.
And our postal
Garbage
people. So
Postal.
our
Yeah.
what do they call them now? They don't call them garbage collectors anymore. What do they call them? Technicians.
Well, garbagers. I mean, I don't know. Waste management. Waste.
Yeah.
Management.
Yeah. We
Help me spell that, y'all. M-A-N-A-G-E.
N-A-G-E.
Don't forget the E.
M-E-N-T.
Folks. And then
Who else do we have?
we've
Cat.
got our grocery people.
Grocery
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. Grocery folks. Postal. We love our post people.
Our delivery people. Yeah.
Postal, FedEx.
Our farmers first responders.
Oh my God, yes.
100%. They're first responders. Yeah. I actually just heard a.
Mr. Bill, show Kat as our farmer. She's our farmer here. We're on her farm. Woo! The first responder. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's actually they're having a strike today. Essential workers. Today's May
Okay,
Day.
so let's just put that whole term down, y'all.
That's right.
Essential
Yeah.
workers.
So we can talk about that too, because a lot of our essential workers, they're some of the most vulnerable people in this situation, and even though a lot of companies providing essential services right now are having record profits, but the people working there
Or not.
are not getting paid anymore, and they're being expected to give more. So
Exactly.
that's not totally fair. So that might be why they're striking.
Yeah, and then they're exposed, and then they go home. We've been with the same group of people since the beginning, so we all know each other. We're careful with each other, and we're not out in the world a lot. So we're very careful. And notice we're having the 6-foot separation. We're very, very careful. We wipe our hands. All these things we're sharing with you so that you'll do that. After the essential workers, there was the people in the nursing homes.
Oh yeah.
Let's just put elder workers. Because I know people are delivering food to people that are, it's not just the people that are in the nursing homes, but they're delivering food to
Yeah,
us
volunteers.
elders.
Volunteers that
Volunteers.
that are dropping off food to people that are infected, that are not feeling themselves in their cars taking them food.
So,
So yeah, that's good. Thank you.
okay, yeah, and I just want to say, like, we're like the purpose of our art today is to say thank you to these people
Yeah.
and share our love with them, and
Our support.
and our support,
Yeah.
and we're thankful for all these companies that exist that can help get these essential services for us as well, and but it's okay to advocate for the people who are on the doing that work, So
Right.
we at Mos Chukma we support social justice and we believe in fairness with things. So we stand with the people, with the essential workers, and
Yes.
we're thankful for the companies, and we ask them to do better to help support these people. Okay, so here comes our story. So thank you all essential workers, and that might be your parents at home. Your parents might be out there working, doing this work. So we say thanks. Okay, so here's our story today. It's in my phone, so I'm gonna read it, and if you could follow along, we're gonna do some theater today too with the story. Okay, so here we go. This is the story of the hummingbird. One day, a big fire broke out in the forest. Everybody show me the fire. A huge woodland was suddenly engulfed by raging wildfire. Frightened, all the animals fled from their homes and ran out of the forest. Show me being frightened. Show me running out of the forest. Let's run out of the forest. As they came to the edge of the stream, they stopped to watch the fire, and they were feeling very discouraged. Everybody look at the fire across the stream. Now be discouraged.
Discouraged.
They were feeling powerless and helpless. They were all bemoaning the destruction of their homes. Every one of them thought there was nothing they could do about this fire. Show me nothing you can do.
No help.
Cross your arms. There's nothing I can do. Except for one little hummingbird. It should be the hummingbird. The hummingbirds, how do their wings go? They go very fast. Show me the wings going fast. And they can fly forward. They can fly backward. They can hover in place. They're very beautiful. They represent love. So he says, while all the other animals watched in disbelief, the hummingbird said, I can do something. Everybody say that. I can do something.
I can do something.
And the animals responded, and you all repeat after me, don't bother.
Don't bother.
It is too much.
It is too much.
You are too little.
You are too little.
Your wings will burn.
Your wings will burn.
Your beak is too tiny.
Your beak is too
And can only drop a little water.
And you can only drop a little water.
And as the animals stood around disparaging the little bird's efforts, the bird got up and he started to go get the water. So let's go get the water from the stream. He got in his little beak, fly over, put the water in the forest. And the animals, they continue to shake their fingers at him. Then one animal shouted out and challenged the hummingbird in a mocking voice, what do you think you are doing?
What do you think you're doing?
And the hummingbird, without wasting time or losing a beat, looked back and said, I am doing what I can.
I am doing what I can.
And suddenly, as he continued to work, the other animals saw and some decided to join in. So
Join in.
So the different animals joined in, and they started to take the water to the fire, to the forest. All the different animals came together, and as they saw more doing what they can, they all started to come together and do what they could. And they found that together they were able to put the fire out.
Fire went out.
All right. So that's our story for
Let's
today.
get the silent applause, y'all, for that nice story. And Nicholas got this from his wife Erica, who we put out a call in our little group for a story of courage. And Erica was the one that knew the story. She shared it with Nicholas yesterday. Okay. Now, should I go ahead and erase this for the art?
Yeah, let me take a picture of those words though.
Okay.
Everybody take a minute. Well, at home, and let's, or maybe we should do the art on a piece of paper. And read these.
Okay.
I can do that. Okay. All right, we'll leave these words up so everybody in the class can see them.
Like 5 cents.
Okay. So everybody could take their crayons out, please. We're gonna, and if you're at home, please take a moment and make sure you have your paper, sit down, get settled. We're gonna focus now and do the art, okay? So, as you know, the first thing we always like to do in our art,
Everybody has a pen. Jess, you have a pen?
Yeah.
in our art class is we like to, do you need something to write on, Jess? Here, give this to Jess.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is we like to trace from starting at the top. So everybody taking a deep breath in your nose, out your mouth, and really focus on your breath when you do this, you all. And from the left to the right, we're gonna trace the line at the top of the paper, and then we'll turn our paper. And here we go from left to right, tracing our paper, and then we'll turn it.
You make the framing, y'all.
Here we go from the left to right. Turn it. And then from the left to right, turn it there. All right. I'll give you all a minute to do that. And while we wait for everybody else, we can write our name here at the bottom. Let's write our name. Here, I'll go write my name down in the bottom right corner, Mr. Nick.
And what about the titles? You want to put first responders up there or what?
Yeah. Let's put first responders up there.
Is our paper horizontal or vertical?
Vertical.
Vertical, y'all know what that means, straight up and down.
So let's put first responders. We can spell it F-I-R-S-T, and then responders R-E-S-P-O-N-D-E-R-S. All right. I'll put a line under there.
Right.
Okay. And then the first thing we always like to do with in our classes with Mos Chukma is we like to put the earth. So let's put the earth at the bottom. And we're going to start in this corner. And we're going to come up all the way to the other corner. And the reason we like to put the earth is because we live on the earth. And we make it curved because the earth is round. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so then let's, what I wanted to do today is I wanted to draw the hummingbird. So let's
Can we put that title up there either on the side or the top or the bottom?
What's that?
Hummingbird?
The hummingbird?
Yeah,
Sure.
title. We can just put it under first responders.
Okay. All right, Ms. Prescott said let's
Yeah.
write hummingbird up here.
Yeah. Let's sound it out.
H-U-M-M-I-N-G, and then bird, B-I-R-D.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and we're remembering the hummingbird from the story, and it's important to remember from an indigenous perspective, the hummingbird represents love, and it represents joy. So when we're drawing this, we can because we wanted to say there's something we can all do during this time, and something we can do, and you all can do at home, is we can make this art. And while we make it, we can put the intention of love and gratitude into it for the people who are out there doing this essential work, so that we can all continue to live decent lives and prosper. So, Okay, so we'll be thinking about that as we make the art. So for the hummingbird's a little complex to draw,
Yeah,
so don't be discouraged.
You're gonna do it step by step.
We're gonna do step by step. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the circle up here towards the top of the paper, a decent sized circle. I want him to
Not
be
too
kind of
tiny.
big in the art.
Yeah.
We're like he's close to us. Yeah, when you in the foreground, they say. So go ahead, just make the circle. That'll be the first step. And then let's make his beak. He has like a long skinny beak. So to make the beak, we're just gonna put a line starting here. We're gonna put the line out, and then we're just gonna come back, and it just has a very little triangle at the end. It's mostly just a line. The hummingbird, he has got the long beak, and then he's got the little eye right here. Okay, and then I'll wait for everybody to get that.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Okay, then once we have that, we're gonna coming down. We're gonna make his neck, and he has kind of like it's like a square. We're gonna just make a square. We're gonna make a line down, over, and back up for his neck. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna make his body here.
Yeah.
Okay, and to make his body, we're gonna start at one of the corners of the square here, and we're gonna come down. His belly goes out a little bit, and we're gonna come to like a point. Okay, and then we're gonna come back up. So his back is kind of like a straight line, and he's got a little belly there. So you make the line from the rectangle, you come down again to a point, and then you come back up on his back there.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And then here in this area here, he's got this is like his feathers here. So we're gonna make some little lines coming up here. These-
Feather lines, Nicholas.
Yeah, some little just some lines. That's part of his
Okay.
feather there. Okay. And then
And
do
the
that.
wings.
You guys got that? And then actually he's got another, we're gonna start here, and we're gonna just make another feather. You're gonna come down to a point again, okay? And back up this way. Okay, and those are his more feathers.
That's his
there.
wings.
Those are that's his wings, his bottom wing.
His
there.
faraway wing.
His bottom wing. Right there. His wings are gonna come up here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got his little feet right here too.
Feet. Bird feet.
He's got little triangle feet right down there towards the bottom.
Oh my God, he's so enchanting already.
Yeah.
Little feet.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then we're gonna make his we're all got that part? Okay,
Yeah.
now let's make his wing. And remember, he represents love and joy. So just think about that. And so for the wing, we're just gonna come up, and towards the top it kind of curves to a point again, kind of how we made his body. And then the bottom part, same deal. It comes like that, and then he's got kind of a skinnier wing. So I started at his neck, actually, right where his neck line ended and connected
Yeah.
to his body. And I made a line out to the corner of the paper, and then I brought it back like that. He has a long, compared to his body, his wings kind of long, the hummingbird.
Yeah.
That's probably why he's able to fly so many different directions. Okay? And then from, make sure we're all,
His little feet.
okay, give everybody a minute to do that. Okay? And then we're going to start to put in some of these
Okay, come back
details
down.
here. He's got, because
Alright.
he actually has one more wing here. And to make his other wing, we're going to start in the same corner that where the neck and body meet and wing, and we're just going to make a line that kind of comes out slightly above, up, and then comes back down like that. Okay. Then he's got his two wings there. Okay. Now we're just going to, once we have that, we have the basic structure of the hummingbird. And now we can kind of design him a little bit. We can put his wings on here. So he's got like this thing with the lines right here.
Oh, nice.
Okay, we're gonna make the lines of his wings. Okay,
Yeah.
and he's got the same thing going on here. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he's got like his little chest here. So this part where the line is, it's actually a little bit more squiggly. So I'm gonna start to kind of like squiggle that in a little bit and add some details to him. And you can kind of, you be free when you're kind of designing inside of the hummingbird. You be free to kind of do your designs in there. He's got like his little, like normally he's got like a little chest that goes up around his head there. And then like on his chest, like I want to put a heart. You might want to put a peace sign or even like a flower. I'm gonna put the little heart there. Okay. A rainbow. You could put a rainbow on him. You could put the sunshine on his chest. Something that maybe represents
Oh, I
you.
like that, Mr. Nick. The sun on his chest.
Yeah, you can put the sun on his chest.
Yeah.
You can,
And also the sun and the moon up in the sky.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I wanted to make a big flower actually up above his head. So we'll do a circle.
Is that because that's what he eats from?
Yeah, it's for what he eats from, and if we make it big, then we can kind of see by scale that he's a hummingbird. So
Ah,
I was gonna make
very tiny then. How big is he on your hand? How
Big
big is he?
flower.
Is he like little, like,
yeah, he's
show us
pretty
on
little.
your hand. Like,
Oh, he might be
yeah,
as
like
big
this.
as my hand or that big. Yeah.
okay. See that, y'all?
The hummingbirds are different
Yeah.
sizes like that. Yeah. Okay.
And they're very delicate,
Yeah. And then
just like y'all are delicate.
And then, yeah, so you guys can just kind of like follow along at your own pace and kind of do that. We're going to want to put the sun and the moon in there somewhere in
And
the
then
sky.
put themselves, right?
Yeah, and then we're going to want to put ourselves down here on the earth. And we can put our family with us there. If there's any first responders that you know personally, if you have a father or uncle or auntie or grandma who are out there working, doing this work, and you want to include personalized this,
Yeah.
you want to put them in there with you. So we're going to draw ourselves small down here. We'll make a circle for the head. Here comes a little square for our neck, a square for our body. And I always like to put my arms up for
That
the,
is so nice. I like
with
the
the hands up.
perspective that you have of making yourself tiny so that we're close to the bird, huh?
Yeah.
You're far away. Okay. look at
Yeah,
that.
making
I like that.
making ourselves small down here so we can put the different people we want.
Have enough room.
Yeah, so we have enough room,
Good.
and maybe we're gonna want to put our family. I'm gonna put my family here. This is something that we can all do, right? We're doing this. We're doing our art. Just like the hummingbird was doing what he could. This is something we can do. And we can kind of bless, right? We can kind of think about these people and kind of send our love out to them from where we're sitting right now. You can just kind of send your good intentions and your gratitude and
Let's put gratitude. I want that word
yeah, I was
gratitude
thinking
on the
about
heart
maybe
somewhere.
asking if there's some
Ah,
different
nice.
things that people in the
Ah.
class would want to say to the essential workers.
Yeah.
Anybody have something they want to say that they can raise their hand and tell us what they would like to say to the essential workers? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we got thank
Yeah,
you.
I like that.
Anybody else want to say something? That's a big one. Is thank you.
That I love you.
I love you.
And be safe.
Okay. Yeah.
Because our
these
people
all
are
good
out
words.
there. There are our people, our community, and they're taking care of us so that we can go to Walgreens
Sorry, my
and get our
writing's not
prescription or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. I love you. Be safe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And I hope that these companies that are making so much money can
Yes.
kind of do a better job of sharing like all that profit that they're making it shouldn't just belong to a couple people. I think that all that profit should be
Shared.
better distributed, because we're all contributing towards that profit. So these people who are on the front line should be taken better care of, you know.
Thank you. I love you. Be safe.
Thank you. I love you. Be safe. And if you have some extra words, or you know, maybe you have somebody that you personally know, then you can put their name on there too. You can say, hey, Uncle John, like, thank you for being out there working at the grocery, you know. Or even your mama, huh? Your mama's an essential worker. Say, Mama, thank you for cooking me food.
Yeah.
That's pretty essential. That's something we don't talk about. But all of our parents are at home taking care of us, just
Totally
like our
essential.
teachers were, and that is essential work. Trust me, I'm a dad.
Yeah.
And that's pretty essential.
And a teacher.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my whole family up here. I'm gonna put all of the people who are here in class today. And I'm thinking about all of you students who are at home, and I'm sending you love. And I'm saying thank you for making this art. I think that you're essential. You know, I think beyond our essential workers, we're all essential, because we're all part of this together. So, you know, we can do what we can, just like the hummingbird, right? And then is it the other animals? Maybe you want to put some other the animals that, because we didn't really get into the story which animals were helping him, but maybe you say, oh, my favorite animal is a dog, or my favorite animal is the cat, or the alligator, and I'm gonna put him in there because, you know, because I love him. You personalize this art like that, you know. You make some flowers. I'm gonna put the words here. I'm putting the words. Make sure to do that. Thank you. I love you. Be safe. You know, you be safe. Your families be safe.
I care about you.
I care about you.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah,
James.
yeah, I like that. I care.
How about the word together?
Together.
Just together. We are all together in this.
Yeah, we're all
Stronger together.
we are all together, but
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people are saying we're together, but how does that translate to like what actions are we taking to like really take care of each other? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, we're doing our art, Mr. Nick,
Yes.
for everybody.
Yes, we are.
Ourselves, our family,
Yes, we are. That's
and the natural world, the flower, the hummingbird.
yeah, oh yeah. What about the earth is pretty essential. Thank God we got the earth in there, huh? And the sun,
and the moon.
pretty essential. And I wanted to, you know, Miss Prescott's talking about how the holes. You know that recently there was a huge hole in above the Arctic that just opened up recently, and it closed on its own. Like,
You all hear that.
the weather changed, and it created the perfect conditions
To close that hole.
it opened and then it closed. It was the biggest hole that they've seen, and it just opened recently and then closed on itself in this last
Well, you
couple
all
weeks.
know that I've said this so many times since
Yeah.
we were first together after Katrina, and that is that the holes are in the sky because the stories stop. People stop telling the stories. That's why we always have an opportunity and a venue for us, each one of us, to tell our stories. And we can't tell our stories here online like this, but you can tell your stories through your art.
Yeah.
And whoever's around. You can tell your stories to your little sister, your older brother, your
Yes.
auntie.
Yes,
You
and
know,
you can
like that.
and you can
it'll-
share your art with them too, which is something
love
that I would
that.
like to do. Is we can all share our art, and I want to encourage you all. We got one photo last week of one of the students sharing their art like
Yeah.
this. I want to encourage you all to take pictures with your art, and if you all are feeling it, even send us a video. Like, we're gonna share our art right now. We're gonna make examples. If you all want to say, we stand up like this and we say, my name is Mr. Nick, and this is my art, and this is my hummingbird with the flower,
Yeah.
and it says, this is for the first responders, and it says,
Right.
thank you, I love you, be safe. And then here's me with all my family, and we're sending all of our love to the first responders. That's my art. Would anybody else ready to share?
I
Yeah?
can share.
And if you
Okay.
could stand up and put your art over your heart. Please.
Yeah.
All right, so my name is James, and this is my art.
Yeah.
So obviously that's a hummingbird, and in front of the hummingbird I actually have a music note for sound and
Oh,
frequency or song,
Lovely, yeah.
humming. And so I have the flower, I have the moon, which is orange. I love orange moons when the moon is nice and orange. Sun, I have the earth, and I have my family and my ancestors. We all, obviously this is the biggest one, and then my parents, grandparents, myself, and then my next generation, my niece. And then I have the words thank you. Have the names Mom, Mama, Pawpaw. I'm gonna put Daddy in here somewhere. Big Mama, family. Be safe. Thank you. I love you. I care.
Oh, very nice. Silent applause for Mr.
Silent
James,
applause.
y'all. Yep.
Yes.
I want to share.
Please stand up and put the art over your heart.
Okay. My name is Kat, and this is my art. And I drew my favorite animal. One of my favorite animals that was helping is the tiger. So I drew the tiger. And I gave the hummingbird, I made her heart yellow or gold because she has a golden heart. And then I used the yellow for the sun too, because the sun is also our gold. And then over here I drew a moon. There's a little star here, and I used the gold in the star because the sun is a star too, and it's all the gold. And I wrote, thank you, be safe, I love you. And this is my family who's far away right now, and my sister and my niece and my mom and my dad and their dog, and they're all together and they're safe and they're happy, and I'm really thankful for that. And this is me and my friends, and I'm really thankful for the hummingbird that she started it all and didn't let the other animals tell her that she was too small.
Oh, thank you. Silent applause, Miss Cat.
Jess, you
Very
want to share
nice.
too? Jess wants
And
to
I
share.
like that Miss Cat put in her friends, not just her family,
Jess, you want to come up to the
who
front
are
of the
far
class and
away,
share,
but
please?
her friends.
That's how we usually used to do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
good.
can stand right there by Miss Prescott.
Hi, my name's Jess, and this is my art. I drew a lovely big hummingbird. Thanks for your help. Here's my moon and my sun. And then here on Earth, my friend Jess, she's a nurse in Whipps Cross Hospital in London. And she's helping all the people that come into the hospital. And I want to say thank you to Jess and everyone on her team. And then here is Kat, who's here on the farm planting the seeds, creating a space for all of us to be and to heal and to grow our own food, which is healing the earth and it's healing the sky, and we're all in harmony, and we say thank you.
Silent applause, y'all.
Silent
for Miss
applause.
Jess.
Thank you.
Y'all do this at home too, and you all take a minute and share your art with your
Yeah.
parents.
With each other.
If you want to take a picture with your art, we'd love that. You just hold your art like this over your heart, and you say cheese, and then send it to us. Or hold your picture over your art and share your art. Take a video and send it to us. We want to see that. And also, I want to say too, is we want to we might not be able to physically get this art from you, but if you do take the time and take the picture, we will find some first responders to send this art to digitally. So if you can get it to us, we're gonna
Yeah.
find a way to get it out to some first responders so they can know that
Aynan?
we're thinking about that.
That's an art material. Don't be crashing.
All right.
All right, lovely. We're
Um,
gonna now do. We're gonna
we gotta-
bless
yeah.
our art because I think we're
gotta bless
getting
our
at the
art.
end of our filming time. Everybody, put your art. Nick, Aynan, put your art over your heart. Hands.
Okay, come on,
Here
we're
we
gonna
go.
sing,
Sing
buddy.
with me.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is my art. It comes from my heart. We love our art. It shows we are smart.
One more time.
This is my art. It comes from my heart. We love our art. It shows we are smart.
Silent applause, y'all.
Alright, thank you all so much.
Thank you. Namaste. Till next time.
Next time.
Bye, everyone.
can go to our website.
Oh, you want to